Good evening, everybody. I'm Melinda Emerson, the Small Biz Lady, and welcome to Small Biz Chat Live. Our first guest is HR expert Oginga Carr. Oginga, welcome to Small Biz Chat Live.
Thank you so much. You know, it's an honor to be here and get the opportunity to chat with you. And I just can't wait to help people how to be able to structure their business and be able to get things done the right way.
How can we hire better employees?
So the key to hiring better employees, you know, when you start off an employer relationship, it's kind of like how you start off another relationship. It's about how you start that has an effect on how it actually finishes. And so the big thing is that many of us don't have proper job descriptions. And so we don't actually know what it is we even want from our employees or what it is that we'd like to be able to get done. And so we have to put together great job descriptions. I'm a structure dude. For me, it's all about the structure of an organization. If we don't have ourselves structured in the right way, we can't figure out what it is that we want to get done. And so in your job descriptions, it's really important to, first of all, have the actual job description of what it is you want them to actually do, first of all. Have the actual description of that. And then you want your description to have the ergonomic, the environmental, and the physical needs of the position. What are we talking about with that? You're talking about with ergonomics. So if they have to stand for 8 hours a day, it needs to actually say it in the job description. If you're going to be in an environmental situation where there's a problem, where like if you're doing construction, there's dust, there's whatever, you need to be able to see that. And then when you're talking about from a physical description, if you need people to be able to lift stuff or whatever, you need to do it. So even if we're talking about physical things, Melinda, or if we're talking about from a place of where we're talking about working from the electronic part, or what we're doing as far as the education side, we need to be able to have that together in our job descriptions.
What is a core employee?
Awesome. So what we describe a core employee as is an employee who's been with you for 2 or more years. Once someone's been with you for 2 or more years, you pretty much know what to expect from them. They pretty much know what to expect from you. We know what we're going to get from that position. The problem is that to replace a core employee, it costs on average 3 times a core employee's salary to actually replace that core employee with another core employee. Because once that person's gone, so here's the thing. I know this is something that you say all the time that I learned from you. You've got to know your numbers. I need for you to be able to know in your business what your employee acquisition cost is. How much does it cost for you to acquire a new employee, to be able to know? And there's a whole set of things that you have to look at in order to be able to see that. And so we need to be able to understand what our employee acquisition cost is, because that's where your money is going in your business. And so that's really important.
Well, how do you create more core employees? Like, how do you get to the point where everybody's been there at least 2 years? How do you get to where somebody's been with you 10 years?
Absolutely. So the thing is that it's about having a vision of what it is you want in your business, first of all. So you got to be vision based in what you're doing, and then communicate that vision to your employees, to your people, and then hire people who are interested in that vision. So even if you're hiring entry level in your business, whatever it is, you still want to know that people are interested in what you're actually doing. See, if someone comes and they want to work for you and they've never ever been on your website before, they don't know anything about your mission or what it is that you're doing, how is it that you can actually expect them to do so? So it goes back to our job descriptions, really. We want to be clear in our job descriptions what we want them to do. And so once you have that, then you're going to put at the bottom of the job description what I like to call a golden statement. And that golden question is, can you perform the essential functions of the job? When you have someone sign off on the fact they can perform the essential functions of the job, it puts them in then they understand what you need from them. You understand what they need to do. Now it's not that, because what happens, Melinda, most of the time in our jobs is that the people are surprised about what it is that you're expecting, and you're surprised that they can't do it. And that's because we didn't communicate it the right way.
I know one of the issues that a lot of small business owners get caught on and struggle with is miscategorizing contractors that should be employees. And I know that the IRS is really starting to crack down on what classifies as a 1099 versus who needs to be on payroll with a paycheck kind of thing. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Well, the one thing I want you to understand about all of our Uncle Sam that we have is that Uncle Sam wants his money. And so we've got to understand, if you're going to classify someone as a contractor, we have to be able to show in a 3-pronged test how it is that they are a contractor. Do we control the direction of their work? Because we control what they do, then they're an employee. It doesn't matter what we talk about, anything else, they're an employee. Is it an outside service or something as far as, so is this something outside the course of your normal business, or is it outside the place where you are? And also, is it an independent business or trade? One of the big pieces there, when you're dealing with a contractor, they need to have liability in workers' comp insurance or a waiver that says that they're from the state that they don't have to. Many states have a waiver that says if you have less than 5 employees, you don't have to have workers' comp insurance. But still, we have to have that waiver there, because otherwise what will happen is that they'll fall on our workers' comp insurance and they'll be our employee. And see, you don't have to worry about someone snooping around and being audited about this. All you need is for one of your contractors to get angry after you let them go, and for them to then file unemployment on you. When they file unemployment on you, unemployment is going to ask you, were they a contractor or were they employed? And a blank stare is not going to be enough at that point in time. We're going to have to be able to figure out what that situation was. All right.
Woo! You just really said a lot there. You really said a lot there. And you definitely want to, that's real. People get upset, even with a signed employment agreement that they stated they were a contractor, they could go to unemployment and be like, I was an employee. When it comes to the building blocks of building a business, what does that look like from an HR perspective?
So from an HR perspective, there are 3 C's that you need in your business. And those 3 C's are clarity, content, consistency. So we need to be clear about what our expectations are of our employees, clear about what our rules are, what we have, where our vision is that we're going, where we're driving our business. Then the content of that has to be legal. It has to be something that's legal that we actually are allowed to do. There's really not that many laws. What happens is that we mess up that final C, which is consistency. We got to be consistent in our treatment of our employees, consistent in our rules and our values and the different things that we're doing. And so when we can put those 3 C's together, you can actually put it together, because unfortunately, many of us are in an HR department of one. See, when I was in corporate America, Melinda, I got a taste of that because I moved into a position, I was a manager, and then I moved into a position I like to call the slash. And so many of us are in that slash position in our life and our business and everything as far as that. So I was the manager slash HR slash payroll slash janitor slash babysitter slash. We had all these multiple responsibilities and we didn't know what to do. And so that's what it is in our business. You are everything. You're the marketing director. You're all these different things. So we want to make sure we get these things done the right way.
How often do job descriptions need to be updated?
Oh, we need to update them on a regular basis. Here's the deal. There's no way that you can possibly put everything into your employee's job. Many of us write a paragraph job description. At the bottom of that job description, we include a statement that we think protects us. It really doesn't. And that statement is, and other duties as assigned. So now we're going to throw all these other duties in there and be able to figure out how to do it, right? But that doesn't work. That's not what it's about. So what we have to have in our job descriptions is we need to put every recurring duty that your employee would have. And so it's not possible for you to assign every duty they'd ever have. But if it becomes a recurring duty, rewrite their job description. You can do it at your will. And so when you create that and you write that at your will and you get that done, now we have a place. Now we have a place where we can get things together and do it the right way. And our employee understands what we need. So we should update those job descriptions on a regular basis and have them sign off on the job descriptions as well, too.
Thank you so much. You have given us so much great knowledge and you are brilliant. And that was truly helpful.